It's almost 3 o'clock, bro.
Yeah.
You seen Gary?
I texted him. He said he's coming on a little bit.
I can't hear you, bro.
I texted him. He said he's gonna come on in a little bit.
Wow, that's strong. Oh, okay. Okay. Yo, listen, man, it's a crazy weekend this weekend.
Yeah, a lot to do, but a beautiful day.
Yo, it's nice out there. We had a nice little walk, man. That was sweet.
I told you, man. You use your iWatch or your whatever.
I'm gonna learn to use it. You know what I mean?
Good
For
thing.
real.
It records like your sleep. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It records your sleep.
Yeah, like how long you slept. It does. Yeah, that's us today. Got it. Hey,
That was
Jeremiah,
nice.
what's up, man?
Young man.
Yep.
Young man. You know, from the time we saw my what do you call it again? From the time that we saw my mailbox my post office person, he just came,
Oh,
just now.
he works that side of the neighborhood first, then, right?
I guess yo, Pat, I really like that walk today, man.
I do like 4 miles every day. So I wake up and actually I go around like it's like a little circle because I used to go up and come back down. So from my house to Wade's house is like 0.5.
So on your way back, when on your way back, it's a mile.
If I go to Wade's house and turn around and come back, it's a mile. But if I continue on and go through, we call this thing Thunder Hill. It's like a hill going down and coming back up. And come around again. That's what makes it a whole lot more like, that's where we put the other 2 miles on. So it kind of works itself out like that. So I do 4 miles a day, and sometimes in the night I'll do about 1 or 2.
Not me, Doug. That's too much.
Not jogging, I'm just talking about walking.
You thought I was talking about jogging? I'm not talking about, brother. I'm not talking about jogging, man.
Nope, I got you. So boy Jeremiah, young man there. Yep. How you doing, Shireen?
Shireen, good to see her, man. She's with me every morning, 5 a.m. every morning.
Good stuff.
But I was glad to have seen her in, was it September? It's almost a year. It's almost a year, man, that I went to England.
Oh, she's in England.
Yes. Yes, man.
So that's cool. Oh, man.
Mike George.
That's my dude.
That's a happy man right now. His daughter, graduated from Oakwood. With like high crazy honors. I forgot what the honor was called.
Well, it's good.
Honors.
Yeah.
Honors are honors
like
are honors.
Like magna cum laude or something like that.
I don't know what it would. You'll turn your joint, gang.
Yeah, turn it sideways. There we go.
There you go, dirty boy.
Dirty is right.
Man, you got a little lamp behind you, like you in a little prison.
And he wiping his face.
That's exactly where I am.
He wiping his face like he ain't got no AC.
Yeah, I right now I don't.
My bad, too.
Y'all poking at me is the wrong time.
It's not a good time, huh, Gary?
No, it's really not a good time.
My man Gary is wiping his brow and his face like he's in the old Jim Crow days, and he's on trial.
Nah, like I just pumped gas in Mississippi.
Well, thank you. Thank you. With a sip of old Sprite in the bottle.
No, man, there's no Sprite. Lemonade
or cola.
Cola. Somebody Sheldon want to know what I'm eating. Sheldon, you don't want to know what I'm eating, brother.
Ah, my man got that beef patty.
Looking nice. That's more than a snack.
Yes, sir. I saw Pat. Pat came from the Jamaican spot. And when he came from the Jamaican spot, man, I said I got to go back and get some.
Let me tell you, G. I went there because I wanted rice and peas and
Pat,
oxtail.
Pat, it's one thing to speak patois, but the way you wrote it, I understood it exactly.
I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it.
Look at the post. Yo, I mean, this guy could be like a patois interpreter and write it down. It was like perfect. When he wrote it, I was like, I feel you. Because you know, you want something in your mouth, right?
But
you
would have dead for hungry.
It's true, dog.
Dead for hungry, yes.
It's true.
Chief, I'm trying to tell you, it was crazy. I just laughed out loud.
Yo, but you be waiting a long time. Yo, I walked in there.
They know what they're doing back there.
Yo, somebody said, listen, they don't make the food, okay? They heat it up. So why is it taking so long to come out? Now, it's good food. I'll give that to them.
Now, in order to get the real flavor, you really have to heat it up. You can't put that joint on a burner. Even the microwave won't even do that any justice.
It's true. You're right. Look, you're right. I spelled it wrong. Dead is DED. It's not supposed to be. I said DEAD. It's supposed to be dead. You would have
know, you know. Pat, you know Pastor Brian, right? You know him?
Yes.
Good guy, man. Good guy.
You're the dead if you're hungry. It's true.
Now, here's my issue. I clearly asked for chicken patty.
And what they gave you, beef?
And would you get beef patty?
Gave me beef patty. Clearly.
Yo, listen, I don't want to let out any secrets of our people, man, but you know, they always have to have the last word somewhere, right? Whether they say it or they deliver, and then they have to repeat it to make sure they know that they have done it. And whether they do it right or wrong, they just want to let you know that it's done.
True. So
you know, I'm a therapist, man. I gotta turn down my anger. Clearly, your boy is agitated, and I was out in the sun, man, getting some nice vitamin D sun.
The sun was good today.
The sun is good. Me and Pat did that walk. So Gary, look at that. She had the President's Honor Award for maintaining a 4.0 GPA every semester for all 4 years and summa cum laude.
Yeah, man. I will never see that in my lifetime.
Your lifetime.
Then, you know, she's sending it. Well, I don't know if he's sending it. They're going to Carolina. But let me just say what I saw with Mike George, right? You see the picture of him and his wife years ago in the Bulls, matching Bulls jacket, right? And my man had a high top fade, like he was with De La Soul.
Yo, so you can't front with Mike.
Yeah, he's big hip hop dude. He's sending me stuff. Yeah, he's sending me stuff I didn't see in a minute.
And I was just listening to Nobody Beats the Biz.
Ooh. You got
the first person, the first part, dun, 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 dun. Because let me tell you what I was listening to that. Because I was listening to Check the Rhyme right before that.
Yeah.
And that little clip is in Check the Rhyme. I said, let me go back even further. So
Tribe Called Quest used a lot of Bismarck stuff.
Absolutely.
You got that line that says, I'm bound to wreck the party as they turn the party out.
Yes.
That's Bismarck.
They sure did use that part.
Absolutely. And remember, it wasn't even Biz. Biz got a DJ. Cool V. You know? So that's real right there. How come Daphne, how come you can't sleep, girl? What's going on, sis? It's good to see you going. You at it now. I think Kwani has a book out. Did you see Kwani Yard? I think Kwani has a book out. So, Pat, you don't know Kwani, do you?
No.
Kwani and Donnie Ard.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There's some rich folks. There's some rich,
Yeah, I know.
rich folks, man. Rich.
I know.
That's when you need money, you borrow it from them.
Bruh, you
They
don't know.
They really don't
I
borrow nothing. Just ask them.
was at the Citadel investment firm, right?
Mm.
So I've been doing some investment firms for the last month. So like when you go to the Bank of New York, they have like a cafeteria, nice food, right? They may give you a coupon because you're working there for the day, and they have nice food. But bruh, and you know, Bank of America investment, they make a lot of money there. And I went to another place, Bank of Montreal. That's where Vernell works.
Really?
Yes.
Bank of Montreal. But I was in
She
New
works,
York.
but she works in the city.
Yeah, I was there in the city.
Okay.
But I was there in the city. That you have to pay over there. But I knew I was in a different spot when I rolled up at the Citadel. And I turned the corner. It's like, yeah, we have a little cafeteria here. And I looked around. I didn't see no cash register. And she was like, yeah, this is all, you could have
Free?
this.
Free?
Free. I was so blown by. I skipped breakfast. And you know I'm a breakfast.
All you can eat.
Yeah, man, because I had to, I've been doing well lately. So I was just like, wow. So I had to go back and circle back around and make sure I get my haul.
Yo, G, we can't begin. I need my music, man. I need my music. And Pat's sitting on it. Sitting on it.
Okay. All right, let's do that.
Oh, let's start it. Let's start it.
Maybe I should put something on it. Why don't you just drop that, put it on iTunes and see if you can make any sales on it? Be careful, Drake or Future may take it and make millions of dollars and we'll be cut out.
Is that my man Ben Brooks? G, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I can hear you.
That's my man Ben Brooks. Always, every time I check, he on a cruise somewhere.
Yeah, man. You know what cruise I want to go on? Virgin Atlantic.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
But I'm gonna tell you that Caribbean joint is happening.
It's happening.
Bruh, let me tell you. We should just probably rank the top 5 islands to go to. Let's not even talk about Europe because Paul haven't been out to Europe yet.
What you talking about?
Ben Brooks said he going up Virgin Atlantic. Every time he posted something, I was like, yo, just get out of here with that.
That's my part. Shh. And no strings on me.
That's a lot.
That's all I needed.
I got it.
That's all I needed, man. I'm good now.
Let's give out some congratulations to our boy Phil Wesley, who's leaving Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
And moving to
United in Christ
in Baltimore.
Yep.
Well deserved. That was a short stint. That's 2 years. It's just like, just got his foot wet.
Yeah.
Moving.
Yep.
Phil's a good guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
I spoke with him today about it, man. But he's starting the same way I started. They're virtual right now.
Yeah.
They're not in their building.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you something, man. There's a lot you can do with a virtual or a hybrid church. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to him this morning about that, man. I went a month and some virtual,
Mhm.
and it makes all the difference in the world. Most of your offering comes in from virtual.
You mean
Say that
most
right.
of yours coming through virtual? That's what you meant to say.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know,
hear
man.
you.
I think young people. I think now people use less cash. When I bought ice cream from the ice cream truck by a debit card, I was like, yeah, it's changing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see me posted. The ice cream truck came. I went out there. I was like, yeah, I don't think I could get some, ice cream. I wanted to get some ice cream, and everybody was like, hey, I have debit card reader. I was like,
That's my man Ant Butler. Paul, you know Anthony Butler live in Virginia, like right down here.
I just preached at his church.
Yep.
I just preached at his church. In fact, he introduced me.
Oh wow. Oh, that's deep, man.
My man was like, I don't need. I sent him my
Your
bio.
He
He said, I don't need no bio.
So
I don't need no bio, man. Are you kidding me? Yeah, man. Look at that.
So what you
So
think
listen,
about the
man.
bird?
Yeah, see, Gary, I was just about to go there just now. You know when Patrick is off the grid. When I said to Pat, we went for a walk, and I said to Pat, "Yo, my man has been indicted for 34 felons." And Pat said, "Who? What?"
no, I'm not off the grid. I knew about that. I knew about that. But some things I just don't follow anymore because it's just set up that way. I mean, I'm not gonna sit around and watch that like it was OJ.
Your man
That
was done for. Your boy was done for.
Yo, listen.
nothing.
You have to read Henry Wright's commentary.
I saw it.
Yeah, have Gary, you need to see Henry Wright's commentary on this. He broke
I'll
it
pull it up.
down. He broke it down. I wonder if I could put it up, Pat.
I saw it. I could check it out, but I saw it. I said something about it too. See if I can bring it up. Well, you got it?
I think I could bring it up. Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay, that's kind of small.
Yeah, I can't read that.
Let me see if I can make that bigger for him. All right, a little bit better. Okay.
You gonna read that? Like it's in Sabbath school?
Pizzo, you gonna read that?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, first of all, let me say this, right? Anything that Henry Wright writes, right? It's like profound stuff. Like
Prolific.
crazy. Yeah, very, so he says the fact that Donald Trump is guilty of the 34 felonies is no surprise. The fact that he was found guilty was a pleasant surprise. But his conviction accomplished very little in the political arena.
Right.
His grip on the minds of his cult members is only deepened. This should deepen the concerns of the rest of us. If you heard the interview of Senator Scott from South Carolina last night on CNN, then you were reminded that Trump's hold on his cult members is satanic, right? Blinding, irrational, and dangerous. We must see the Trump phenomenon in the light of the great controversy between Christ and Satan. A man totally lacking in morality, biblically ignorant, legally corrupt, and politically self-serving is seen by his cult as just the opposite of what he really is. And the majority of his followers are religious. You'll see that? Stay tuned. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ever hear when Elder Wright says that? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah,
That's serious right there, bro.
That's part of his clap too. Like
Yes.
nothing yet.
Yes. So I just think that it's really important, man. When you read some of these stuff that folks are talking about, it's a ruckus.
Yeah.
It's a ruckus.
What's up, Phil? That's our boy Doc West.
We were just talking about you, Phil, just this moment on your new spot that you're going to.
I wonder if Phil gonna have us there, or if he was gonna big time us. What you think?
Phil don't got time for that. Phil got to grow his church.
So he's not gonna big time us?
We don't need to. Phil is big already. You ever see? Yo, listen. You ever see that brother's beard now?
Yeah,
That brother's beard is like down here, like.
but he's looking like Enoch, young Enoch.
The Ayatollah.
Oh, Pat, come on, stop that.
Only a few people could wear the beard like that and get away with it like that.
Rams can't. We can't do that.
Who? I don't even think we can grow it like that.
Our face doesn't match that. You got to have
Nah.
You ever seen that? That meme is a video meme. Paul, you may have said he said it's like a guy from Saudi Arabia, and he's like, brother. You ever seen that one?
No.
Somebody's gonna pull it. Yo, it is funny because it's like now when something nasty happens, like brother.
Yes. Yeah, I seen it. It's
hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I say this: Phil's beard is like,
and it's nice and black and black.
Yo, you know who he looks like? I'm gonna tell you who Phil look like right now, Gary. You're gonna agree with me. Shauna K's husband.
No.
Come on, man.
No. Both are handsome, but Phil got his own look, man.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, it's a nice shot.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. That had nothing to do with it. But if I show you a picture of Dean Pottinger's face now compared to the picture you just put up, nowhere the same. Nowhere.
Who?
You said oh, you know something, Gary? I thought he meant Shauna K. Pottinger.
No, I meant Shauna
K. You talking about Shauna K.
Denham's husband.
Yeah, every Jamaican woman named Shauna K. My fault.
And anything with K on it.
Yep.
His name is Pastor Wilkes. He looked just like
right.
I don't know.
That's her last name now, right?
Right.
Yo, when you see it, you will see that my man.
No, Paul. Yeah, I get you.
I don't know him. I don't know him like that to know it. I thought you meant the other Shauna K. My bad.
Well, they're both handsome, so that means they don't get on the show.
Easy,
that's right. We can't bring them on.
Easy with the handsome business.
What about it?
I'm just saying, easy with it.
We can't bring him on.
That's fine.
No good looking. Yeah, man. So he's got a nice church that he's working with, man. Nice spot.
We're gonna support him.
Come on. You know we got to go when he goes, but it might be online, like we was talking about before,
right? Or it may give him the opportunity to do something when he does it. The first time he may do it in person. Come in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, at the end of the day, his work is cut out for him in a way. So, because I guess, Paul, there's challenges moving from virtual to hybrid.
It's challenges, bro.
Yeah.
So, it's not like putting up a tent. You know who else is on the move? Let me segue and make a nice move. Our Pastor Willis moving
to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Oh, I see, Paul.
You see it, Gary? You see it now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good people right there.
Yeah, man.
You Beth Fagan. You remember Beth Fagan?
Yep. The athlete. What about her?
No, I'm just saying she's here 2 weeks with us.
So Gary,
we barely made it 2 weeks.
Right. So I got to ask you a question, Gary, straight off. And anybody else, do you think my man will be convicted, or, I mean, not convicted? What do you think the sentence is going to be?
Probation,
or house arrest?
Ain't gonna be no house arrest. Listen, they got New York DA. They got what they wanted. They embarrassed him. They got a conviction. But they're not going to give him the time. He's not going to get the time. He's going to be the president of the United States.
I'm going to tell you right now, They made him a martyr.
Everybody said no jail time. You see it there? What's your thoughts, everybody? B said no jail time. Beth said the same thing I said, probation. Gianna said no jail time. Can't start. Oh, but he won't be able to start new businesses. I can see that, even though he could find somebody else's name to do it in. Then they said, Todd said you can't have Secret Service in jail.
Wow.
That's right. He's a first-time offender. He's a first-time offender. He said, I agree with pay, which is really Pat. Just pay me. It's all right. We good.
That's a lot, man. I Daphne said you're a disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with us is that, Peas, we're not going to go out there and vote. We need to go out there and vote. See, we're tired now. We don't want to vote. But this is the time we need to go out and vote. Believe it.
Yeah, you gotta vote. You gotta vote, man. And you know what? It's funny, right? What are we voting for? Are we voting for his policies or the policies? Because don't get me wrong, I'm voting Democrat. But if there was I'm telling you this, if there was another guy who was better than, you know, it's I don't know what to tell you, man. You know, I'm not a political guy, but I know one thing, man. The dude's morals are shot.
Yeah,
people don't care about that.
No one cares about that anymore. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't vote for him because of his morals. You know, I'm just saying that how do you do the things you do and just it's cool, honey.
Look, the people here in New York, if you live in New York and you know who Donald Trump is, that's not our guy. Ever since what he did to the Central Park Five,
yep,
and has not forgiven. I'm just gonna give everybody, you could vote for who you want, but I was around that age. That could have been me. And when he took out that
the ad in the New York,
it put him into public prominence.
It sure did.
Just like when he came out with the birtherism conspiracy about Obama, put him into the public realm. So those two things I can't get down with. All right. On the other side, I gotta be straight, and I know we'll bring a lot of heat onto this, but the whole thing with our money going over to the Ukraine and to Israel to bomb Rafah, and Netanyahu saying that it was like a mistake. I got a problem with that too. So, so if they could do that to Rafah, they can do that to anybody. So
let me ask you this, right? And I know what we're talking about is what we're talking about. Oh, I like what Cheryl said. She said he won't be able to pardon himself. But his following is a religious community. Does you see that? It's a religious community that is more powerful than us.
Yeah.
They believe that God sent Trump to make us great again. That's crazy. So let me tell you something, man. We ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, it's like the devil screaming out Barabbas at the cross, right?
Yep.
At where Pilate was, right? Who would you rather have? Right?
Patrick,
I'm going with Terry Parks right there.
Me too.
I'm voting for whoever wiped out all my student loans.
Son, who you?
Pat, do you know anybody? Pat, do you know anybody that got it wiped out?
Natalie,
3.
my wife.
Seriously. Yeah, I know about 3 people that got theirs wiped out. I'm talking about like all 80 grand.
80? I'll share with y'all what hers was.
Jeez, mercy.
You got permission to say the number?
Don't.
Just don't do that.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna give it. I'm just telling you. You remember now when she did that biology joint and Andrews University?
Brian said he got over $400,000 wiped out.
Brian,
is that a fact, B? That's crazy. Jason said I got mine wiped out, master's programs and doctorate loans.
That's right.
I should have took loans out and bought a car.
Nah, come on, you can't do that.
I'm sorry. I can't do what?
No, you can't do that.
Listen, man, if a man can get away with 34 felonies, you telling me I can't take a loan and just buy a car?
AP. The real truth is, for if you got taxes, this man don't pay taxes, but everybody else got to pay taxes.
That's true.
On MSNBC, they said the only taxes he paid is when he got paid from The Apprentice, because he had W-9s or W-4s. They tracked that.
Sick, man.
That's all right. It is what it is.
Gary, I just got played. Pam back.
Yeah.
Just text me. She says, "Stop chewing so hard."
Good. We didn't have to say it.
Yo, man, Pat, has God been good to Pam or what?
Yeah, so she got a new foot.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
Pam, man, we were scared, man. And she walking on it, you know.
Well, so what do you think it's for?
You know, some people give up, bro.
You sound like Dad when you said that. That's what you think it's for.
Yo, listen, my man, you're not going to get that foot and not walk on it.
Yeah.
Go physical therapy, do everything that they need to do. And in some cases, they're better than us.
Yeah, I hear you. So, Pat, let me ask you a question, because
go.
Well, we're both in conference offices, right? Let me just ask you this question. Is the political arena in the church just as crazy as the political arena in the world? I'm just asking you.
Man, I'm going to preempt that and say no.
That was good, Chi.
I'm gonna say no. I think where there's more money, more issues. You know, I just think that what Nimrata did, Nikki Haley did, is beyond disgusting.
You talking about when she wrote on the thing?
Before that, the fact that she ran against Trump and then said all these things against him, and now
endorse him.
She's going to endorse him, then go right on bombs where that is.
Finish him like it's a Mortal Kombat.
Right. There's and you see there's nobody talking about schools no more because schools are let out. Nobody's in school. So, you know, our hands are you know, there's some leaders that have their blood on it. But can I say something very light and nice that you guys would like? You probably don't know what it is. You know that Major League Baseball has integrated the Negro League statistics.
Yes.
Into Major League Baseball.
Into Major League Baseball.
Right. So now Josh Gibson is the all-time average leader past Ty Cobb.
Past Ty Cobb.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, I mean, and they're not arguing that whether or not it was accurate.
Well, there's some people's going to say that, but the truth of the matter is, because they said they never played in the major leagues. But here's my question: what if they played in the major leagues? Probably half of those records would not be there if all of them played.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, Hank Aaron played in the Negro Leagues.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
And they gave him, I think him, or let's say Willie Mays
and Jackie Robinson. And
Jackie Robinson, right? They all played in the Negro Leagues, and they picked up like 10 hits, and they added it onto them.
Daphne says it's long overdue.
It sure is.
It's long overdue.
Sure is.
Hey Gary, let me go back. Right, I'm glad about what you're saying though, but I'm not talking political. Pat told me something today on our walk that really hit me concerning, you know, just church work in general, political work. I mean, political, the whole nine. But he made a statement, man, that I want you to see if you can remember, Pat, what you said. That permissive will and what is it?
Oh yeah. God operates
because Pat, based on our voting, is it the same thing? You know, like we have a mother that ain't into political nothing. I mean, because she feels like everything that happens is God's will.
It is. There's God's permissive will and there's God's perfect will.
Okay.
So there's some things God just permit to happen, and there's some things that is His perfect will. So that's one of the things that that you got to think about when it comes to church politics. And we're talking about this church politics even in the local church.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not even talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the hierarchy, man. I'm just
Mhm.
talking about church in general, religious.
Yeah, because you know the thing is that you know God has a will for all of us, but we're not robots, right? Sometimes you know sometimes people come together and choose who they want is not who God wants, but He permits it to happen. And there's sometimes where you have to listen to God's word and God's perfect will. You whatever the case is, you want to be in God's perfect will.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's a fact.
I'll give you a great example. The children of Israel were never to have a king, right?
Yeah.
And God allowed it, right? There's a permissive will, there's a perfect will. It is best for us not to eat meat, right? But it was His permissive will.
That ain't His perfect will.
Not His perfect will, but it's His permissive will, right? There's so many things in the Bible that we could count that at, right? There are men who had wives, right? Permissive will.
Is that maybe it's the perfect will?
No. Permissive.
Hear me out before Gary come back.
Mm-hmm.
he said bring me back. What if it was His perfect will, and then it became His permissive will to just have one?
No. Then He would have given Adam more than one wife.
We don't know that.
Well, that's what I read. I'm gonna stay with that.
Well, I mean, what if Adam said to God, "Hey, Lord, I want to thank you for my Eve," and he says, "God, for what I've done well with this one, can you just get down on your knees and make another one?"
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. But they followed the culture, though. That's what I'm saying about permissive, right? Permissive is what the culture did. But it was anytime man had more than one wife, it ended up being turmoil.
It has always been turmoil.
But that was a permissive will. Then you have His perfect will. The best we do is to stick with His perfect will.
Yeah, I got you.
No, and I get what you're saying, because I've made statements that have gotten people so upset, because there's a Bible text that talks about that God pulls up kings and takes them down, right? Wouldn't that be the same thing for president? So if Trump became president, is it God's will? And the answer is
yes.
yes.
It's always.
This is the first time in American history 2 ex-presidents are running against each other.
Wow.
What, man?
Well, I shouldn't say 2 ex-presidents, right?
Not 2 presidents.
Two former presidents.
Right, because it'll overlap somewhere along the line, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Well, Yoni says that it has always been chaotic for a man to have 2 wives or more.
Always.
It's been, and I hear that. I don't ever see it that has ever worked out. It's just never worked out.
Yeah, I mean, I
mean, even look at
David. But you don't know that, man. There's some cultures that has multiple wives, and
I remember that it's not Western culture, but there are cultures that have. Yeah,
when I went to Abu Dhabi, there was no sign of Christendom and nothing in the Western world. Like, I remember nobody wore any baseball jerseys or college jerseys out there.
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere you looked, and you looked on a ceiling, you seen an arrow facing, I guess it's Mecca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you hear that horn every 7 times a day, and that's part of it. Can you imagine that?
At Washington Adventist University, they had a program that brought in individuals from the Maghreb region, right, G? they walked around with their mats in their bags on them or what have you. And when they were in class, when they were in class and it was a certain time, no shame, boop, right on the ground.
And
Okay,
we fooling around with the Sabbath.
well, we can't even concentrate just to pray. We can't concentrate and pray long enough.
My man Terry said so Solomon's situation was chaotic. He had it made. Listen,
Yeah,
I I I think a woman would do better with a bunch of husbands than a man with a bunch of wives.
Pat, why do I agree with you? I had that conversation with somebody just the other day. Why do I agree with you?
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. I think if a woman had many husbands, brothers would be all right.
Well, don't take it far like that way. Not the Jesus husbands. I just think that they mentally can think well. Women can think well. They're on top of their game and thinking well. Men, we can't think well. We can look at it. Understand 100%.
Yo, Pat, I don't think it's think well. I think we can't manage well.
Same thing.
All
I
right.
don't care how you wanna take. I don't care how you wanna call it. But again, God always allow. Let's go back to permissive will.
Mhm.
God allow man to go ahead and do whatever it is. Go ahead. One of them type of things. All right. So Saul was the first king. David was the second king. Solomon. We were never supposed to have kings. Never.
if you want a textbook on narcissism, study Saul.
Yeah,
Right?
at its best.
Yes.
At its core, everything.
Saul at his core is a narcissist.
I mean, aren't we all? But that guy is.
I mean, sure, but we're talking about disruptive behavior narcissists. What would you say David was, Pat or Gary?
Yeah, he in his later years, yeah,
That he was as well.
a narcissist.
And let me
Clearly,
tell
what
you,
he did by putting Uriah in the front, in the front, that's a narcissist move.
a narcissist move is also playing out what you're playing out with the people right in front of you and feeling like you're untouchable.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I think when you narcissists
The fact that narcissists have come with power and blaming somebody else.
and ego
Right.
has a lot to do with ego.
But then and everybody like tossing these words around, man. And, in order to be a narcissist, man, that has to be weaved and what's the word? It has to be weaved, and it has to be nurtured in a way. So yeah.
Mike George said David was bipolar. Listen. I was in a class, and I recognized that almost every family that's in the Bible is a dysfunctional family.
Yo, Pat, think about this. All of the patriarchs dysfunctional.
I'm just trying to say.
There's only one that I can think of that was not, and that's Enoch. And because maybe they didn't have time enough to write down his story.
Listen, there's a lot of things that's not written that we haven't seen. Angie said, but David always repented. The question she had was, sorry. She said, but David always repented. Does a true narcissist do that? A narcissist.
That's an excellent.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
But you never seen Saul do that,
No.
Right? Say sorry.
He noticed his wrong, but he didn't turn back.
Well, David, I don't know though if I would consider David to be narcissistic more than Saul.
Well, we all have narcissistic ways. What makes the narcissist is the repeated pattern, right? There's like a change over and over again. because we all have narcissistic behavior.
Some type of yeah,
Right.
some-
But you know what's the worst narcissist? Narcissists that are women.
you know,
Right.
I don't know if I know any, and don't call any names, but I don't know if I know any.
But the thing about it, Pat, is like according to what we learn, that they usually say narcissists are men.
Right.
You know, but you meet a woman that's a narcissist, it's over, brother. That's
Give
all.
me someone who would be close to that. That's not in our realm. Not in our
Like
someone that's maybe J Lo.
Nah, I think I got a better one. Anita Baker and Lauryn Hill. Perfect.
Is that not?
Yeah, I mean, is that narcissism?
Bro, when you come late.
Yeah, I'm here. I got you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
When you come late.
No, we can't hear you. But put your joint on not airplane mode. What is it, Paul?
Like you started over again, man. And he was going somewhere.
He said, like, when you come late, and I know where he's going. When you don't care about somebody else's time, I guess, but I don't know if it's narcissistic, man. Narcissistic is something. Narcissistic is something different.
Yeah,
it's something different.
Okay.
It's you know what it is? It's like a pattern of.
But Gary said it's a pattern of doing
like being grand, I can't be touched. That's why a narcissist that claims to be a Christian is difficult, because that narcissist feels that him and God are on the same level.
Oh man, why? Yeah, well, come on, P.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
All right. I'm sorry that a call came in. I got
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gary got someone who agrees. June says that J-Lo is a narcissist.
Yeah.
Gary, what I said, you were just coming back on, but what I was saying was that it's hard for a narcissist who calls himself a Christian. A person who's a narcissist would see them and God on the same level, like they're on the same even plane. So, G, put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, Pat, but
you wait for clients to call in. Is that what it is?
No, I really have to run. I am sorry. I know
Well,
we were going to.
Why when you started this conversation, Gary, wiping your mouth like you're in a Mississippi heat. Now you're holding your forehead like you're trying to get through narcissism. I don't know what's going on.
Because I'm a narcissist. Full blown.
I don't think so, but okay.
I don't think so either.
No, I'm just joking. But you do have our narcissist ways. But women that are narcissists, and even J-Lo's one, but people go to lengths, so they use the term diva instead.
Sure.
Right. Those are code words for being narcissist.
Hey, we see Wendell's birthday is today. He did 55 tours around the sun.
Yeah, man. I had a wonderful conversation with him.
Awesome.
Today is the day that 12 years ago he drowned, and then he came out of his coma.
It was on his birthday that he drowned?
Around his birthday, for the Memorial Day weekend. And then he drowned. And basically he was in a coma, and on his birthday he came out of his coma.
Is that so?
Why am I not remembering this?
I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember it. Because wherever he was traveling to was his birthday weekend or something like that. I remember that. Right. And so I'm grateful. 55 years, man.
Double nickel.
I remember that. God is good, man.
55.
Can I be dismissed? I know we have a
wait before you dismiss. What's up with the guy that was on the Zoom for the for his what do you call it, for his court date?
He was dumb, man. For
driving without
a suspended
license
license, and he picked up the Zoom
while he was driving.
while he was driving.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, that's really dumb. He's gonna go into meme folklore.
Yep. Forever. I mean, he can't walk
Forever.
anywhere. If I were
Yeah.
him, I'd just put a mustache on or something. And he
Nah,
was
just-
so good about it. Hold on. I'm about to park. I mean, he was just good
I'm
at
here.
it.
I'm here. Whole Foods.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I'm going to see my doctor right now. I'm going to see
Yep.
my doctor right now.
Yeah.
that
They
cat got a
probably, and
lot.
she's right. They're going to ban him. All right, G, I know you got to roll out, man. We
Man,
got
I
another 10
love
minutes.
you
my man.
guys. Thanks for every putting it on. Congratulations to my Spencer, and I'll see you guys this weekend. God's will.
Oh, straight coming up for graduation.
Yep.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt.
We ain't going to be on long though, G, because we got to get ready to go. Just, all right, bro.
Okay, bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, peace.
Yeah, man. So the guy actually, for real, he answers the phone. Or no, he calls in. And
No,
when
yeah, but he didn't know that it was. I don't know. I'm just not sure. He didn't know that the court was calling him for that. I know what he has other court dates. I mean, come on, man, for
that's
real.
crazy. I know that's crazy. That's all I had to say. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, man, I heard your clinical side coming out with that narcissist joint. People are talking about that stuff today like crazy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Peace, I'm not really a big on it. I don't know it really well. You know, I think I deal more on the side of depression, anxiety, even families or whichever. But narcissism is strange. It's a strange sickness, like a grandioso type thing. It's you just think you're bigger than life, and I hope never to be labeled as a narcissist. Sometimes I even check myself to like, yo, is that what kind of behavior is that? I know that everybody has something in them, really, which is a overinflation of the ego, but all of us are egotistical at some time or another. But I just, sometimes I check myself to say, oh man, am I sounding that way? Am I looking that way or whatever? Because you don't want to. You don't want to act that way.
Or, but like you said before, you don't want to be labeled as that.
Yeah, I mean, you think so big of yourself that you can't even sympathize with someone. You can't. That's deep. I don't know where it actually comes from. They say that when you are not loved by your parents, or you're not sheltered or by your parents, you end up being a narcissist. But that's something deep to have.
Oh man. Yeah, I hear you. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, Cheryl was saying narcissistic. You think you never do anything wrong. It's always somebody else but yourself. She said Trump's behavior is like that. Narcissism, will have you destroy the well-being mentally, of your bloodline. So you do anything to make yourself feel good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our cousin always says the Bible talks about waxing cold. Could that be a part of narcissism? It can be. It can be. And remember now, your it's a part of it's your ego. Can we say Samson was a narcissist? I guess you can.
Wow.
Or have narcissistic behavior.
So is it a personality disorder?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a mental illness. It's a personality disorder.
Man.
It is.
So just as we were talking about this, something came up on my watch for CNN. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, cancels tour.
Okay.
You just came up on my watch just now.
No, but we don't know why she canceled it. So I don't want to even I don't even want to go there with that. So
I got you. True. Man, I'm sorry to hear about this whole thing with Trump and whatnot, but I do know this much. that I really believe that, man, time is coming to a close. I believe that, man.
If you ever needed the Lord before,
Sure enough, do need him now.
yep. I mean, it's just crazy. But you know something, Pete? People said the same thing with, especially Adventists, those who are looking at the last day type stuff. People said the same thing when Kennedy became president.
It's
You know,
true.
he was the first Catholic, and everybody said, all these things were gonna happen. And yes, I did see that. June has said that the low ticket sales is why it had to be canceled. I heard they were selling tickets for like $10 and all of that, $15.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel so good. I just got a text from June. I
Mm-hmm.
said, Pat, I just feel so good that June texted me, the big actress.
June, what is your next gig, or what was your last gig? I should ask.
Oh,
I guess what was the last gig? Or Paul, you could send her some to jump on real quick. All I know is that I gotta go to the post office before 5.
oh, well, we ain't trying to be on long today. Just wanted to just be consistent, man, and just hang out today. I'm very surprised your brother Yari
Got off.
got
Yeah,
off.
me too.
Very surprised. For
Mm.
those who don't know, man, he's the one that puts all the run sheets together. He puts everything together, what we're going to talk about.
Mhm.
But he must have something to do if he got to
Probably
leave.
said he had a call. It could be an emergency call for his.
Yes, didn't even think about that.
It's like a crisis. Sorry, I'm here yawning. It could be the same thing. Somebody could have a mental crisis. Got to jump to it. So
I got you.
no.
Well, look, P, we can close it off. If you'd like to. I'm just excited about my son. My son is graduating this weekend.
Yep.
Unbelievable boy. Is 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited about that. Really excited about that. So family and whatnot is coming in, and looking forward to, of course, hanging with you guys. Man, still stuff are coming in on Narcissism Pack. This thing got to be studied.
Oh, it's real, man. This thing is real. It's real. It's real. Now, the biggest question is, is there a cure for it? That is the real question. The question is there a cure for narcissism?
Wow.
And the truth is that God can cure anything. So I always heard E.E. Cleveland said, God could do anything with nothing. I believe God could do anything with nothing. I don't know.
How about this? God can do anything. How about that, right? Adriana said there's no cure for narcissism.
That's what they say.
Therese said the same thing. There's no cure.
They say there's no cure for it, but there's biblical responses for change, man. I mean, come on, man. If a demonic person can be changed, if someone who narcissism is just ingrained deep. That's what makes it so difficult. Because the truth, that's what, right? Cherise said it. So really, if you don't think anything is wrong with you, how could you change, right? What are you changing?
Right.
So it take a lot to come
right.
up.
And Lorraine made the comment just now. She's like, narcissist is constant, not sometime behavior.
It's true. It's true.
And
it's true.
So is it the same as sin? Is it sinful then?
I mean, we all got something. We all got something. I have to say this though. It's only when I had the opportunity of understanding mental health is when I understood now how big grace is. That's the biggest thing that I grabbed from mental illness studying, and it just showed me that God's grace is bigger than behavior. It's bigger than that, so that's why I always had made a statement that I believe that it's easier to be saved than it is
lost.
Yeah. And it's got to be an effort for you to be lost, right? But straight is the path, right? Narrow So when I see people who are ill, they're ill or they're mentally ill, etc. I believe that God, you know, that God's grace covers.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I that's what I believe. You know, I even have some crazy belief that, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's is part of the sealing. I can't prove it, but I see it as God sealing His people.
That God's sealing his folks.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Man, I tell you that's you know, it's got to be studied, because I think that a lot of times what we think is a straight move towards sin can be a disorder.
Say that one more time.
Like, you know, when you talk about something that may be a sin in someone's life, it could be a disorder.
Yeah, well, yeah, and which governs their behavior altogether. Sometimes you look at something like, oh, how could they be doing that, or how could they do this, or how could they do the other? You know, you really can't. You know, that's why we all can't judge, because everybody has something.
Yeah.
You know, the problem with a lot of us is that some of our actions are outward, you know, while some are inward, some are public, and some are
So much
just
it's within your four walls.
yeah, yeah. You know, you have some things that people do that's you know, out front. Some people, you know, that's why you can't judge anybody. You don't know what they're going through. And when the
Yeah.
Bible talks about from to the third and fourth generations, you know, there's something that your great granddaddy did that has caught up with where you are now. And so that's why grace is bigger than what it is. Yeah, sins of the family. Yeah.
It's a book that I'm reading
Yeah,
right now.
but I had something like that. But yeah,
Sins of the family.
yeah, but it's what it is, man. It's what
I
it
hear you,
is.
man. I hear you. I hear you.
Nah, Coop, don't do that. Coop said,
Don't do that, boy. Don't do that, Coop.
so should I wish for Alzheimer's so that I could be sealed? Nah, don't do that. Don't do
Just
that at all.
wish for a double portion of his Holy Spirit. I wonder what Sister Gloria thinks, because her sister is dealing with that right now. So so many people are dealing with that right now. But is that person sealed? So I like what you're saying, Pat.
I have friends. I have friends' parents. They're even young people in the 50s are starting to go through it now. But no, I hear what Cooper's saying. Even that's my man. I just look at grace in everything. You know, some people, you know, dementia, they don't know where they are. They don't know what's going on around them. And sometimes what it does, whatever they are talking about or whatever comes to their mind is their own makeup. But you know, you can't charge them for anything that they're doing. Even when they get angry, you can't charge that, right? So
Mm.
in the last days, when we talk about people being sealed, you know, I just believe that God seals people. They're not walking zombies, but they're walking living, you know. And
Right.
I there's nothing to explain it. There's nothing for biblically for me to explain it. I just kind of find grace in everything. I find grace in everything.
Well, according to the word, it says that where there's more sin, more grace abound.
More grace abound.
So that grace kicks in. Definitely that it definitely kicks in for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Adriana said that that's their reality. It's you know, it's their reality. I mean, so I you know, even when somebody just said Lucifer, Satan is the father of narcissism, and it's true. That's really true. Uh, I know we make up words, or these doctors make up words, but I just feel like if you have someone like Nebuchadnezzar, who uh, who God had to bring him through something in order, you know what I mean? So I just believe that that everyone has the opportunity to go through something to make to refine them, make them sharper, you know.
You know, I was talking to a mentor today, and he said, I don't believe that God always put us out there to humble us. Sometimes he humbles us by ourselves, by allowing us to be in a spiritual desert. You know what I'm saying?
Repeat
And
that again. I was reading something.
yes, that sometimes everything that you go through in life is not about you getting caught.
Right.
It's about being so self-reflective that you find yourself in a spiritual deficit or a spiritual desert that you can't, it's difficult for you to come out of. Is, when you get caught out there, or when you're, either with a spouse, with your children, with a workplace, or something of that nature, the law, whatever it may be. He says, man, sometimes it's best that happens so that you can heal quicker. But when you're in that deficit, you're stuck in that narcissism. You can't get out. You're used to it. It's you. It's who you are.
But it could be anything, though. It could be anything. I know narcissism. We look at this one word, and there's a lot of things we could be stuck with. You know what I mean? That's not narcissism, but it's so ingrained to us, or it's what it is.
It is what it is.
It
is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Man, so what's your plans this weekend?
Well, I'm going to finish up the sermon that I've been putting together.
Yo, I saw it, man. What, wet wood still burns?
Yeah, wet wood still burn. It's coming out of 1 Kings 18. With him pouring the water on
the altar, with them pouring water on the altar.
Yeah,
that's a serious story, man.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, if you're talking, remember Gary said something about the scariest thing is a woman with narcissism, Jezebel.
Yeah. But again, you can't misplace this word narcissist and put it on everybody who's
they have a bad character.
Yeah, or the bad character that we know. Well, yes, she was. I mean, she had a bad end, but either way, we can't. Pete, you get it. You get where I'm at.
I mean, I get it. But I've learned today, because when I think of narcissism, I do think of people who think they're untouchable, so they're going to continue to hurt people.
Yeah, and they will hurt people thinking they're doing good.
Oh,
yeah.
Remind me. I'll tell you something a little bit later. I can't say it on here.
I got you. So I'm doing. So I'll be at church, but then of course after church is done, I'll come over to Spencer's party. You know what I mean. Our luncheon.
Yeah, luncheon. Yeah, no party, right?
Party luncheon.
Party luncheon.
Call it, right?
Man, I'm excited about it.
We're starting a week of prayer for our on Sunday. We're starting a week of prayer that evening.
For where?
Glenridge Church. We have our young people preaching throughout the whole week.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is it going to be online or at the church?
Both. It's going to be hybrid. So
well, bring me with you one day. I come and hang out with you. No Wednesday, no Monday. So maybe on a Tuesday.
One of my friends just hit me up and said, narcissists want the authority of a king, but have the accountability of a toddler.
Wow.
That's deep right there. Narcissists want the authority of a king.
Somebody should have written that out.
But have the accountability of a toddler. Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace, Pat. That's it.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I tell you, I'm really looking forward to this weekend, to Spencer's graduation. But there's so much more. My daughter's leaving Monday to go to Texas for 8 weeks, so I'm not even going to be with both of them. Then he's going to New Zealand. It's like the empty nest syndrome. We need to sit around and talk about this empty nest syndrome.
Listen, you're happy about it when it begins, and then you're just like, what? You're like, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
You see Terrence Campbell, how many years? 19 years, 15 years?
Marriage.
Yeah. Terrence, how long you been married now? No, we just saw you.
I remember going to his wedding in Ohio.
Wow.
I was there.
So it's 15 years, I think.
I'm not sure, but I remember being there. I remember being there. Adriana said, "Empty nest is worry on another level." It's true. It's true. It's true.
Gotcha.
It's true.
Wow, Terrence is 17 years. Pete, I'm gonna go get ready to get out of here. We got this program to go to. And good seeing you. I like your shirt you got on.
It's your shirt. That's why.
That's why.
Reset. Got your shirt on.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I'm doing a 21-day reset in July. So we'll talk about that another time, but we're going to do the 21-day reset. We only have only 100 people. 100 people in a private room, and I put it out there yesterday. We have 7 people right now, so I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
good.
excited about that.
Keep building it, man. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So Adriana wants to know if there's a digital version of your book, a 21-day reset.
Yes, you can go on Amazon. Just go ahead on Amazon and you can download the digital version of the book. Right. And then there's also another version that's in Spanish. And then there's also another version with the Bible in there that's called a red letter edition. So just check it out. You can go on Amazon, just check it out and support, but also try to be a part of that 21-day revival challenge group starting in July. Starting in July. All right. Okay. Erica Clifton, how are you, girl? Right. All right. All right.
That's my girl.
All right, P.
Yep. So everybody have a great Sabbath. Gary got off early. This is like one of the quickest we ever like an hour or something. So so it's just what it is. And we go through the rest of the day together.
All right, cool. Cool.
You're not gonna see me tonight though, but I'll see you tomorrow.
That's cool. Tomorrow is good.
And I saw you already. We did our 2 miles today.
Wow, what a good 2 miles, man. That was nice. I like that, Pat. I got to get down with that again.
Yeah. And then what you can do is give your friends, it's like an accountability type thing.
What do you mean?
So you can add me on your iPhone, on your watch, so that when you do your 2 miles, it'll tell me that you did your 2 miles.
And then what? And then you can cheer them on or something like that?
Not really cheer on, but you could. Yes, you can, because you can reply. You can reply back to someone. I'll show you how to do it, or just YouTube it, but some good stuff. All right, everybody, have a blessed Sabbath.
All right. Hey, I like this.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good one.